My name's Dunfield, and I'm the pastor of the St. Andrew's Baptist Church here in St. Andrews, New Brunswick. There are over 7,000 promises in the Bible, and every one of those promises are directed towards you. One of the most beautiful of all the promises, however, is found in the book of Job, of all places, and it's Job 11, verses 13 to 19. And I'd like to read those to you. If you set your heart aright, you will stretch out your hands towards him. If iniquity is in your hand, put it away, and let not wickedness dwell within your home. Surely then you will lift up your face without blemish. You will be secure, and you will be without fear. You'll forget your misery. You'll remember it as waters that have passed away. And your life will be brighter than the noonday. If darkness will be like the morning. And you will have confidence because there is hope. You'll be protected and take your rest in safety. Job's three friends are trying to give him some good advice, and they're basically telling Job, you know, there's something wrong in your life, and if you just get it straightened out, then everything's going to go well for you. But there's a further promise in this that God takes and puts into our life. If we just take the time to stretch our hand out towards God, all of these things will take place in our life. And there aren't many of us who wouldn't like to forget our misery in our life. There aren't many of us who wouldn't like to see our life bright like the noonday. And there aren't many of us that wouldn't rather have a lot of confidence and hope than discouragement and despondency. So what's he saying here? Well, if you set your heart right, he says in verse 1, you will stretch out your hand towards God. So what does it mean to stretch your hand out towards God? Well, that's a euphemism in the Bible that means really to develop prayer. Because you see, everything in life works on prayer. So many people have failures in life, things that they think are going to work out, but they don't take time to ask God to be in the endeavor, to be in the project, ask God what he thinks, what he's saying. My brother used to be the administrator of a large hospital in Hong Kong. And he told me, he said, we would come up against some of these amazing problems. He said, we just couldn't face them because there was no way out. And he said, I would leave the boardroom and I would go out and I'd walk the halls and I would just pray about it. And I would just say, God, you know, we're at a stalemate. We don't know how to find the solution to this. Give us some wisdom. And he said, without exception, when I would walk back into that boardroom, God had placed something in my mind that I hadn't known before. He said, prayer, I saw it work over and over. And I've seen it work over and over in the lives of all kinds of people. And so if you want a breakthrough in your life, you want to just say, okay, I'm tired of the stalemate. I'm tired of where I am. I want to see my life move on. I want to move ahead in my life. It might be in your relationship. It might be in your work relationship. It might be in a family relationship. I'm going to encourage you to pray. Now you go, well, how do you do that? A lot of people are watching, are Christians. You have an idea about prayer, and a lot of people watching probably don't know that much about prayer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to teach you a real simple way to pray. This isn't unique to me. This is used by people all over the world, and it's a simple technique. It's easy to do, and I'm going to give you a challenge to do this for the next 30 days of your life. Twice a day. It'll take 2.5 minutes each time, but at the end of 30 days, you will have a habit built into your life. And that habit will be that everything you do, you will pray about it first. So, here's what I'm going to show you how to do. Just take your hand and hold it up in front of your chest. It's really simple. Your thumb points in towards your heart. So who you're going to pray for first is you're going to pray for the people that you love. That's your family. That's your wife. That's your parents. That's your children. That's your siblings. And you're going to ask God to bless them, to watch over them, and to keep them. The second that you're going to do is after you pray for that, and just give it 30 seconds, 40 seconds, whatever, you'll find it stretching out as you pray more and more. Take your index finger, and that's the finger that sort of is a guide. You point at things, you look at things. The index finger is to pray for the spiritual influences in your life. You might have a pastor, pray for him. You might have a mentor, pray for him. You might have someone at work that is a spiritual leader in your life, or it's just a leader, someone that you look up to and someone that you think has really been a help for you. Pray for that person. The tallest finger that you have is your middle finger. Use that to pray for the leaders of our nation. Pray for your premier. Pray for our mayor. Pray for our prime minister. Pray that in this time of COVID, these men and women can make decisions that are really beneficial for us. You know, we need to have right decisions based on positive aspects of our life, not on just wild ideas and concepts. And so they need wisdom and guidance, and so pray for them for that. Your ring finger is beyond a doubt your weakest finger in your hand. You can't lift anything with it, you can't do much with it. And so it represents to pray for the people that are in the most need in your community. Pray for the people that you know are struggling, that have real problems in their life right now. Maybe people that have lost their jobs, people that don't have much money coming in anymore. It might be someone that's struggling with illness and sickness. It might be somebody who's gone through a lot of pain in their life and they're doing a lot of suffering. It might be for someone that struggles with addiction, or they're just dealing with these problems in their life that just seem to be a lot. Just hold them up. Pray for them. Encourage them through prayer. Prayer changes everything. The scripture says, so far you have received not because you have asked not. Pray that your joy may be complete. Trust God. Try Him. The last finger is your smallest finger, your little finger, and that's yourself. And so pray for yourself. So, twice a day, for 5 minutes, 2.5 minutes, whatever it is, pray those 5 things. Pray for your loved ones. Pray for the spiritual leaders or the leaders in your life. Pray for our government officials, other people in our lives who have authority to make decisions in our lives. It might be a boss, it can be any of those kind of people, that they will make right decisions. Pray for people that have a need, and pray for yourself. And now there's 5 things that you should pray for. But I don't have time to talk about those, so if sometime on Sunday you just turn over to St. Andrew's Baptist Church on the Facebook. It'll be up all day long. It runs all week. I'll be giving a talk on basically what I'm talking about here, but I'll be expanding it out, filling it out, and there I'll talk about the 5 things you should pray for. So if you want to get those 5 things as well, give us a listen to sometime later in the week and come and check that out. It's just St. Andrew's Baptist Church, Facebook, and you'll find the talk for Sunday morning, and you'll be able to follow through on it. So I'm giving you a challenge. I'm giving you a challenge to break through in your life. You can do all kinds of things to try to make this breakthrough, but give prayer a chance. It's free, costs you nothing, it doesn't take a lot of your time, and you're tying in with an amazing power that can give you direction and guidance. So that's the 30-day challenge. Just do it for 30 days. You can do it. You've got the ability to do it. Just try it and see if it doesn't change a lot of things in your life. I know it will. And for a lot of you, there will be amazing changes. In James chapter 4, verses 1 and 2, it reads this way: "What causes fights and quarrels amongst you? Don't they come from your desires that battle within you? You desire, but you do not have, so you kill. You covet, but you cannot get what you want, so you quarrel and fight with each other. You do not have because you do not ask God." You don't have because you don't ask God. You want to see that breakthrough in your life? All your life, you've been wondering, okay, I just want to go to the next step in my relationship with my wife or my husband. I want to just have this breakthrough relationship with my kids. I just don't want to go to work and be angry and frustrated every day. I want to be able to deal with that. Well, here's your breakthrough. 5 simple steps. Pray that prayer, and God will do some amazing things in your life. 30 days. Just give it 30 days. They say at the end of 30 days you'll have built a habit. And maybe some of you will build an amazing habit that will help you through a lot of problems and struggles. 30 days, that's it. 5 minutes a day. 2.5 minutes in the morning, 2.5 minutes in the afternoon. Pray that through. And you will be able to see changes take place within your life. If you didn't catch all that, you can go to LADD, L-A-D-D, at The Beggar Danced. That's my blog site and my my email. So it's LADD, L-A-D-D, at The Beggar Danced, that's all one word, .com. And I will send you the outline of the 5 things, the 5 different groups of people that you should pray for. I'd be glad to do that. So I hope you have a good week. My name's Lad Dunfield. I'm the pastor of the St. Andrew's Baptist Church. As I said when I began, nothing's changed since the beginning, so I'm still there. So I want to thank you. Have a great week, and see you next week.